Grim, you would not believe the fun I am having. Such a transformation from the monotony of the office. It almost makes it all seem worthwhile. Yes, you expect your daily summary, but I still cannot find it in me to burden myself with this matter. So, off you go.
Welcome back, Grimmy. Always a pleasure to see you around. We here got another quiet Sunday on our hands, though. No action at all. Sure, what's your poison? If you value your sanity, you don't ever want to learn the ingredients of this cocktail. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Yo ho ho! What can old Mortimer provide ye with today?
Grim? Adequate. Now, let us not waste time and get on with it. Right. I see the exact amount of profiles requested. At least someone seems to be up to their task. Oh, whatever. Go away, Grim.
Mighty, 'tis an utmost pleasure to see you again.
Is your hand tired? Are your fingers getting stiff? You've been clicking around for quite a while. Ah, you have the fortitude to keep on with the grind until the very end. Must be why fate chose you instead of all the other candidates. Lost souls. No problem. It wasn't that easy getting you here. To the office, where you belong.
Grim, welcome. You know, pursuing my art has given me insights. I have been thinking of humanity, of mortality, their importance, worth, and meaning. A disarray of thoughts. Listen, is death really such a bad thing? It would be better for everyone. In fact, do these humans even truly exist? Their ephemeral being leads to no relevant outcome. It is all transient, no matter what they do or achieve in life. They exist in a state of hubris and arrogance, considering them the center of the universe. Yet without them, the sun still sets and rises. Stars explode, galaxies form, or get torn apart. There are departments even for these events. Humans are not the be-all, end-all pinnacle of creation. They are small and insignificant, yet full of themselves. The grandeur of everything will not get superseded by specks of nothing. It matters not how they live through their subjective experiences, millions upon billions of them, everyone considering themselves unique. And technically they are, I suppose, on a minor scale, yet also exceedingly similar, copying each other, living through similar events with similar basic reactions. While the universe is full of endless wonders they cannot and will not even experience or perceive, ever. But why? What would that change? Their presence is not even necessary to validate these events outside their subjective experience or understanding. Do you know the saying, Grim? If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it... Good, yes. Imagine that. Life reduced only to some human vicinity. The ultimate height of arrogance ingrained in them. To imagine their presence to be paramount. The tree does not only sound, it has been sounding a long time. It has grown without anyone present. It has lived a life. None of this requires humanity to be there to bear witness. Then you have much yet to learn. Good night, Grim.
Oh. Don't tell your captain about this. 'Tis one of theirs. Stole a great deal of time ago, though. Like 'tis between 2 months at least. I remember it was like yesterday. Barely made it out of the wardrobe alive. Have ye seen how far it goes? Many skeletons are in there. Almost became one of them. But ye can't trap old Mortimer that easy. If I ever return to the seas, I'd have ye on me crew anytime.
Ah, the beginning. It has the sweet taste of deliverance. Every blade of grass, every ray of light. It is a captivating day, is it not, Grim? No. I know so, Grim. Never before have I experienced such certainty. My high spirits leave me at a loss for words. much else to say. Go on, get back to work. I trust you to make the correct choices. I, myself, must concentrate. The muses have struck me. They beckon. Work to be done while there is still time.
How many times have we met? I lost all count.
Hey, what, pray tell, happened to the world? Sure you do. It's the culmination of all your choices. Do you know the story of the wyvern and the prince consort? Of course you do. A young, quick-witted prince consort was once kidnapped by a wyvern. Using their gift of charm, they tried to alter the ways of the wyvern in order to save their lands. Soon, the beast and the prince found resonating ideas and ambitions. they molded the land in rather inept ways, whilst thwarting attempts of rescue by the Queen. Then the wyvern, tired of the desolation, ate the prince and flew away. Yes. Yes. It doesn't matter if your mistakes were countless or few, as long as you learn the lesson. We are thankful of our time together, even as it's quickly running out. It'll be pretty horrible from here on out.
Grim, I find myself at an impasse. Lend me your thoughts. Should my prose be more experimental, or should I stick to traditional narrative techniques? Grand, yes. The exploratory aspect can lead me across the boundary. You are still here, Grim? I guess you want to talk about work instead? Oh, fine. Let us take a look at the situation. My, so much chaos. Pain and suffering are off the charts. Everything is on fire, while ice invades from the polar zones. How did that even happen? Endless mountains of trash, undrinkable water, unbreathable air, toxic pollution. What can I say? Things do not seem to be going well at all. Are you sure you followed them properly, to the letter? What is done is done. These are the consequences you must live with, while you still live. Off to work, Grim. Certainly you have no time to waste now.
Well, blow me down, lad. 'Tis the arcane fibbledy scoop of some wizard whose name I ne'er got. All clicks and crackles and bibbles and bops. Found its scale in a tower, used as a rat trap. The wee buggers couldn't get enough of it. Playing so hard they forgot about frivolous things, like food or sleep. 'Tis a remedy for restless fingers and idle hands. Ever wonder if there's a way to do things differently?
hello, Grim. I have been absorbed in my work. Tell me, how goes it out there in the wilds? Really? Glancing at the report backlog, things do not seem to be getting any better out there. Endless rows of industrial smokestacks pumping out poison, chemical waste pooling into the groundwater, a total collapse of the biosphere. My, it truly looks like the end. I am giddy with anticipation. The worst. Well, I do hope you will manage. Goodness, look at the time, Grim. Precious moments wasted. Enjoy your night.
Time's running out, friend.
You've done well, Grand Reaper. Nope, doesn't work. We lack the imagination to pretend this is a world where you were competent. So, what comes next? Too late. Unless you cobble together a bit of temporal manipulation. Hop over to a different reality and do better. That'd really be something. If such a button existed, it'd obviously be called, like, New World Plus. Go on, oddball. Nothing else to wait for. Sums you right up. Either devastating mediocrity or destructive apathy. We've reached the end. In general, I mean. Not with us. We will never leave you. As long as there is a you, there will be us. Until the next round.
What ho, mighty! At last we meet here, the finest tavern in all the lands. Ye know, I'm reminded of the time me and me crew were sailing around the Cape of Ill Omen. And corresponding to the name, a mighty storm were a-brewing right on the horizon. Shook our ship to and fro. Many of me mates swept into the icy depths of the unforgiving ocean. Aye, the sea's a cruel mistress, no ways about it. Turns out, the storm was also hiding a teleportation gate, blasted us right across the veil to undiscovered lands. I find myself in an office of sorts, all gray and grim. Not the kind we have here. 'Twas more foreboding. Then a fella in a dark suit appears and starts asking about taxes. Says, "We haven't been paying. Dues on all the plunder." I say, who's heard of taxing the Corsairs? Ought to skewer 'em right then and there. But they ain't budging. Still sends a shiver down me spine. Absolutely, ye scallywag. Old Mortimer's always willing to hear tales of glorious exploits. I see. 'Twas a most remarkable tale, a marvelous memoir, a fabulous fable. In return, I have for ye a gift. This here contraption's called a phantasmalizer. Use it to measure the many spirits ye have imbued into your gullet, handy after any visit to the tavern. 'Twas a great pleasure to have your attention. Time to head back to me emporium. Commerce awaits.
Hey, if it isn't my good pal Grimoire. Heck, has it already been a month? Feels like you just got here a couple hours ago. Word is, you've caused a huge mess out there in the world. Everything's like burning, drowning, dying all at once. Thought you had it locked down. I suppose you'll just have to live with it then. A ruin on your hands, the office disgraced. I don't think there's a redemption arc out of this one. Don't we all have regrets we wish we could reset? Unfortunately, I think yours has immeasurable implications. I wonder what's going to happen with the office now that you've got very little left to do. It's a plan, I can give you that. Maybe not the best, but something. Might be time to get that last drink, huh? Sure, what's your poison? Can't go wrong with the bloody classic. It'll kickstart your recovery from any slump. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
It is growing quieter, Grim. Not much left now. The last day beckons. Whatever will it bring? The planet is virtually uninhabitable. The few remnants choking on noxious air. It is the last gasp of humanity, slowly going out. It is a bit of a somber moment, now that I think about it. I have been with them for so long. Anyway, and crucially, my book is nearing completion. Soon enough. Patience, my friend. Leave me to my grand labor, Grim. Tomorrow we shall deal with the final matters of this office.
Aye, the end is nigh. 'Tis been quite a run, hasn't it?
The last day, Grim. The last choice. So, how did you choose? As is appropriate. No need to prolong the suffering of the last one. We are not cruel, after all. That would seem fairly obvious by now, I gather. The great dying is by my design. It is true, I do not love humanity, not a bit. But why, you ask? I have grown tired of it all. This tedious existence, these humans, the endless tirade of death. It is all meaningless, you see. An endless loop of monotony that I cannot escape, that we cannot escape. Do you know how long I have been doing this? I barely remember myself. I am exhausted and sick of it all. I wish to stop, but no one can leave until the job is done. But if the great dying claimed them all, then I could be free and claim the rest I deserve. So, I helped the great dying along, piece by piece. No need for an equilibrium. This office will not be necessary, and we can all fade away. And performed admirably. Off you go, Grim. Do what you wish with these final hours. We will not be meeting again.
Fellow traveler, that was fun, wasn't it? The choices, the excitement. Admittedly, ye did largely screw everything up. The world is in shambles and all. Can't really change that. But I can offer a new cycle. A turn of the hourglass, and ye shall be set upon a path in a fresh timeline. A parallel world, so to speak. There ye will again find every friend and enemy, hope and error. Knowledge and loot will remain, of course. Otherwise, 'tis the eternal recurrence of all things.
You